Welcome to the grand final of Pot Black 1983. 8 of the world's top international snooker players have been competing for this trophy, the Pot Black Trophy, and with it goes a prize of £3,000. They've also been competing for the highest break prize and the Joe Davis decanter. The prize is worth £500, and of course there's also a prize for the runner-up in the series. And so we come to the climax of the 15th series of Pot Black. It's played the best of 3 frames. Here are the players. And first, the 1981 world champion and defending Pot Black champion, Steve Davis. And former world champion and first ever Pot Black champion, Ray Reardon. Your referee is John Williams, and with the unmistakable voice of snooker, your commentator, Ted Lowe.
First frame, Ray Reardon won the toss and will break.
Ray Reardon breaks off then. Pot Black defending champion Steve Davis finds himself in the final for the second time. First blood then to Steve.
Four. Five.
Perfect on the blue for that loose red to the right-hand side of the pack.
Ten. $11.
He is so clinical, this boy.
$18. $19.
Has an angle there to get into the pack if he wishes. What has he left himself?
26.
always a danger that the balls were not run quite right for you. His only chance, I think, of keeping the break going is a red to the right of the pink. He's having a look very closely, the one across the table. The one to the right of the pink he's going for. Into this top pocket.
$27. Steve Davis, 27.
First 27 points then to Steve Davis.
One.
The 6th time that Ray Reardon has been in the final of pot black. He's won it on 2 previous occasions. That including the first ever pot black in 1969. Ray Reardon also has, of course, the highest break in the 1983 series so far, a break of 91.
Nine. $40. $15. $22.
Ray is awkwardly placed here. I think he'll want the half part, although he's going for the rest. He's a tall chap, of course.
$23.
The advantage of height in the game of snooker. Perfect position.
$30.
So Reardon goes in front. Steve in the background there,
31.
keeping his eye trained on the table.
$38. 39.
So far, we have 2 stars in pot black who have won pot black on 3 occasions. The first to do it was John Spencer, the second Eddie Charlton. Ray Reardon here out to make a threesome of it.
$44.
4 reds to go now. This the first of 3 frames, the best of 3 frames, our final.
$45.
Well, as you can see on the table, Ray has got a straight pink into the bottom. His problem now is to get up on those 2 reds by the pink spot. The red to the left-hand side of the table, of course, is very difficult. He'll want to get onto the 2 in the center of the table. A glance at the scoreboard. His break at the moment, 45. He could
51.
do little about that pink except screw straight back, and it's left him with the difficult red. It's a good one. And that red could give Ray Reardon the first of our 3 frames. Break goes to 59.
59. $60.
No.
Ray Reardon, 60. Steve Davis, 27. Ray Reardon, 60.
A difference of 33 points with a possible 35 points on the table. Steve can still take this first frame. Reardon seemed all set for a century break there and then missed a very simple black. Is it to cost him this first frame? Playing it safe is Steve. Position on the black. And if he missed the pot, hoping for a snooker, it's not quite there. Referee John Williams. Beady eye on both player and table. There's the shot facing Steve. Now the cue ball's come back right underneath the top cushion, making it very difficult for Ray Reardon to cue. Tight underneath the cush. Unable, of course, to use the cue ball as he would wish. Under such circumstances, I think we shall find Ray Reardon playing this safe. Using the cushion there, steadying the bridge hand, and putting the red back up the table. But what has he done? Steve Davis is famed for these long shots.
One.
Not too nice, but I think he can get at this all right. He's coming round, in fact, for the pink. Take the cue ball down for the first of the 6 colors, the yellow. Now, Steve requires the 6 colors to take the frame by just 1 point.
7. Nine. 12.
My word, Ray Reardon will be thinking about that missed black. He can do nothing about it now.
16. 21. 48, 60. 54, 60.
The final ball.
61, 60, playing to Eagle.
Well, what a terrific frame that was. A break of 60 by Ray Reardon. He fouls on a black, and Steve Davis pinches the frame to go 1 ahead.
Well, what a thriller that first frame was. Certainly looked as though Ray had it there, but then with Steve clearing all the colours and winning by just that 1 point. Well, John Williams has now reset the table, and he'll be calling in Steve Davis to break off for the second frame.
Second frame, Steve Davis to break. Foul.
Oh dear, oh dear. What an extraordinary start for a man who's just won the first frame. A little smile, perhaps it was a safety shot. shot from Redden. This one not so easy. Ray Redden got to the final of the World Championship last year, and last autumn won the Professional Players Tournament.
Eight.
Dead-eyed Dick. I think he heard me. Back to safety.
Ray Reardon, 8.
Well, he's shaking his head there. How lucky can you get at times? A very fortunate young man. But that all counts in the game of snooker. Now sat right behind the black, and every chance of winning the pot black title from here.
Eight. Nine. $16. 17.
3 reds and 3 blacks.
24.
Now he's calling for the spider to get over that offending red there. This is a difficult implement to use.
This one.
The extended spider, enabling him to cue nicely over the red.
25.
I think Steve tried to leave himself that red into the
32.
left-hand centre pocket, but he's gone just a trifle too far and has now got to play the other one.
Steve Davis, 32.
.20 lead then for Steve Davis, but he leaves a red over the bottom pocket.
One.
Red and a little bit unlucky there, tried to bash into the pack.
3.
Most of these big stars look for the possible plant before they play a safety stroke in this situation. Cue ball going dangerously near that bottom pocket.
Ray Raiden, 3.
Capacity crowd here at Pebble Mill for this final. Now that split the reds up. Don't think he intended that. And Ray Reardon capitalizes on it. Having a good look at those reds. Working out exactly where to place the cue ball. Looking at it from another angle. There are the widespread reds, all available for the top pockets.
Green ball. Four. Five.
A slight problem here. The red is just partly covering the black
12.
spot, but no other spot is available, so the black goes as near to his own spot as possible between its spot and the top cushion. And that's just snookered that particular red into the top pocket.
$13.
He's the right side of the blue.
$18.
Red and back into the
19.
lead now. Two points in front. Now he can clear the black because that red will go into the top
24.
right-hand pocket.
$25.
And he's unlucky.
32.
The wry smile tells it all. Ray wanted to kiss that red to leave himself on this particular red into this pocket. He just caught it too fine. He has got a possible double there, but it's a very difficult one, very acute. $15 points in front, and 4 reds yet to go. Well, he had a go.
Ray Reardon, 32.
Ray Reardon then had a go at the double.
32, Ray Reardon, 47.
A difference of 15 points. Well, a great shot by Steve Davies, but he wants another good one now. He's made it.
6. $7.
final this is turning out to be. This black will put him 1 point behind.
$40. $15.
All square.
$90. $20. $23.
All the colours on their spots, except the pink, which is just off its spot.
$25.
Both players have played extremely good snooker in this final, and it seems unfair that Ray Reardon, who jumped off with a beautiful 60 break, should lose 2 frames
28.
on the trot. But that's what it appears at this moment, as this remarkable young snooker player, Steve Davis, goes through the frame, clearing now the last 4 colours.
32.
That
37.
blue puts the game beyond reproach from the point of view of Reardon. Steve Davis, for the 2nd year running, becomes pot black champion.
43.
One can only say that Reardon, the great sportsman that he is, has a big smile as he congratulates the much younger Steve Davis, who takes the pot black trophy for the 2nd year in succession.
Well, a super final. Congratulations to Steve Davis and commiserations to Ray Reardon. Well, now it's presentation time. And to make the presentations this year, gentleman who has enjoyed a tremendous reputation as being an outstanding player, both billiards and snooker, over very many years, the senior referee, and of course, for many years, referee of pot black. Ladies and gentlemen, Sidney Lee. Sidney, lovely to see you.
Lovely to be back, Alan. Very much. Lovely to be back on pot black.
How are you feeling?
I feel marvellous. Marvellous.
You look absolutely marvellous.
I feel all right.
I heard a little whisper you were thinking about making a comeback.
Well, I think I was going to play in pot black next year if I'm invited by the BBC. They're very kind to me. I think that I'll have to speak to Reg Perrin.
Anyway, Sid, lovely to see you. And now I'm going to ask you if you will present this trophy to the 1983 pot black champion, who is Steve Davis. And that also goes to the champion. Thank you. Steve, before you go back, well, it was quite a final, wasn't it?
It was. Ray, I think, could count himself a bit unlucky to lose the first, especially with a 60 break. It's not many times you lose. Yeah, that's right. But very pleased. Try and make it 3 in a row next year. You never know.
Well done, Steve.
Thank you.
And now, Sidney, we have a prize for the runner-up, and the runner-up is Ray Reardon. Here we go.
Sydney, man, how are you? How are you, man? Lovely to see you, Sydney. Alan, how are you?
Very well, Ray. That was a terrific break of 60 you set off that final with,
I thought they were two great frames.
Yeah.
Because nobody did anything wrong, everything went right.
That's right.
Oh, very pleased. Pleased with the way I played. Didn't like the result of it so much, probably, but what can you say when Steve played so well? That's what they say, isn't he? He played superb.
That's one of the good things about
you,
Ray. You're one of the best losers I've ever met in my life.
If you play well, it's great, isn't it, really? And
Yeah.
that's what this game's all about.
But don't go away, because, of course, there is yet another prize for you, sir.
Yes.
And this prize is the Joe Davis decanter for the highest break of the series, which was 91. Well done, Ray Reardon. Well done.
Thank you all.
And Sydney, thank you very, very much indeed for making the presentation.
Thank you very much.
Well, there's just one more presentation yet, and that's the Pot Black 83 Personality Award. This is awarded to someone who's made a special contribution to the game of snooker or to the programme. Now, nobody, I think, except Reg Perrin, our producer, knows exactly who's in this. I remember well to my own cost. I will read the citation. And it says, the Pot Black Personality Award for 1983 goes to a young man who first appeared on the programme in 1979. Since then, he's earned the reputation of being one of the top snooker professionals. He's won many titles, including the World Championship and our own Pot Black Championship. We are pleased to add this personality trophy to this collection to Steve Davis. Well done, Steve.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know, I remember the first time we came on this programme and everyone was saying, that's a well-known name that boy's got. Like there's Joe and there's Fred, and now, of course, there's Steve.
Yes, well, my first game was against Fred Davis in '79, and it's been great playing in Pot Black, and it's nice to see that Pot Black's still going strong, because there was a bit of talk this year about stopping it, but fortunately everything's got going again, and Pot Black and snooker are once again on the map. Thank you.
It's marvellous to have your support and, of course, all the other top players. Steve Davis, Pot Black Personality of 1983.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Which, of course, brings us to the end of this particular series. May I thank all the players who've taken part in the series, to our referee, to our commentator Ted Lowe, and of course to all the studio staff here at Pebble Mill who've made it possible. But of course, most of all, may I thank you, the viewers, for watching Pot Black of 1983. And we hope you'll join us when we once again say, welcome to Pot Black. Goodbye.